farmland has nothing but just a piece of land. Now, what makes the difference between the students they are training in agriculture and a peasant farmer who has not gone to school? Be careful. You are giving someone a degree. That means there are many steps ahead of a normal peasant farmer. But at the end of the day, if you see the practices, you realize that what they are doing is exactly the same like the peasant farmer. And in most cases, the peasant farmer is more productive than those who have gone through the so-called university degree in agriculture. So these are the things. Many students come to us. If I show you my phone, you will see it's loaded with messages. So I want to do civil engineering in your university. I want to do agriculture in your university. We tell them no. The best place I believe you can do that is the University of Buea, that I know at this time that has infrastructure to run some of these programs. We don't need to create because we have excess land. HIPS has a big campus. We have excess land. If we were looking for quick money, we could easily just take these students, put them to be molding blocks somewhere. But what makes you different from the person just molding blocks? But remember, we are trying to give you a degree here. So these are the things. People have to change their mindset. University education is not to make quick money. If it was to make quick money, I'll be one of the richest people around here. But every day I put in HIPS, we put the lives of our students, the interests of the students first. And the prospects of the graduates and what they become in the future is of paramount importance to us than anything else. So we always put their interest first. If you come to us and you say you want to study this, we must put you through some career advice. We talk to you, find out exactly what you want to do. Now, talking about the environment, we used to have our campus in Malingo, but we moved it just behind the stadium, just in line with what you said. You cannot have a university in a noisy place surrounded by noisy music, loud music all over the place and so on. No, a learning environment is supposed to be very serene. It's supposed to be as calm as possible, because learning is some sort of a ritual that requires a particular condition for it to be successful. And silence, pure silence, is one of those conditions. That's why we moved our campus. We removed our campus from Moleko and sent it behind the stadium in Bokwai New Layout. It's just about a 5 minutes walk from the stadium. It's not far, but it's so quiet. And then we linked it up with unlimited mobile data for the students so that we promote research at all levels. So we need to make sure that these things happen. When you realize that there is a good practice, university owners should always be doing research. Find out what prevails outside the country. There are good practices that are coming up from other universities that you can learn to transfer to your university so that it would develop your students. But many people fail to do this. And if I talk about this, you realize that we are doing very limited programs. We are not just taking students. If you come to the School of Business, we have one of the best school of business in Cameroon. We have one of the best schools of business in Cameroon. I'm very proud about that. And we've been like that for so long now. This year, for example, look at the HND results. Many schools had really, really poor results. But HIPS, again, stood and produced one of the best students in the whole of Cameroon in accounting, Tata Mirabel. The name is there. When we talk facts because HIPS don't lie. We produced one of the best students in accounting, and her friends were also some of the best in the country with upper credits and so on. You go to the area of logistics and transport, we score 100%. And so when you come to these things, you realize that we are succeeding. We are creating this impact because we have limited ourselves to our capabilities. We are not just functioning because we want to make quick money. If you come to nursing, the low quality of training we are giving, our students are on internship. They've been promised part-time job already by hospitals that whenever they are free, they should come because of their level of productivity.
From the Ministry of Public Health that nobody should train nurses again. Yes, so that one is illegal.
No. I think
those that
you don't know, madam. I
have
think
to finish.
Yeah, no, you
Yes.
are getting it all wrong.
Those that are already there have to finish.
Yes,
But
definitely.
it means that this year is just the last year.
That
No,
will say that those that
no.
are already there have to finish.
Madam, it's
Yeah, they
not
cannot-
what you think.
yes.
Okay.
It's not what you think. I think many people read this communique and then they get it misunderstood. The ministry is trying to see how the nurses will be absorbed into or accepted into the Council of Nurses in Cameroon. There was a confusion. Now you're digressing me, you're taking me to a sensitive area. I was talking about something else. You brought something. You know,
yes,
but
I think we'll handle this issue of nursing
it's a long
on
debate.
Different topic.
Yes,
on a different
yes, it's a long debate. I was on TV yesterday in Douala to talk about this. It's a different thing. It's not what most of the people think. Just to, in a nutshell, there is a meeting today by the Ministry of Public Health and the Ministry of Higher Education to find the final way forward. So they are still deciding on stuff. And
they are still deciding on stuff.
Yeah, so
because there was a problem. Just go back to what.
Yeah, and the problem, I'll just let me highlight is the problem was not because of anything, but because there was a confusion at the level of training and implementation. The level of training, the Ministry of Higher Education made it clear. You can come out with HND, you can top up to a degree. The same like a business school, where you can come in with HND in accounting or logistics, and then you come out with you top up to a degree. The kind of work, the responsibilities that someone with a degree in accounting, someone with a degree in law will be given will be different from someone with HND in accounting. But at the level of hospitals, sometimes we're taking people with HND and giving them responsibilities of people with a degree. So that confusion is what they're trying to solve. Okay.
Yes.
So we will talk about that. It's a very long debate. So
we'll surely bring them.
But just
because the Ministry of Public Health says the Ministry of Education cannot be validating nurses. Why the Ministry of Public Health? They have to work hand in hand together.
Yes, I think we'll bring doctors and the rest.
They have to work,
medical doctors. They will bring some other state education personnel here, so that we talk this issue.
Yes, no. So this is a different. I think it's a topic.
You will come back to it.
We're talking about
the learning environment.
Yes, the environment.
So it's just an advice. That's why if you come to us, we do a degree in law, a full degree in law, for example. These are things that we can handle conveniently. We bring in experts. Some of them are lecturers from state universities as well, who have many years of experience. You have some of these people who are state councils at the level of the Boya Council and even out of the out of Boya, Boya courts and out of Boya. They come. We bring in these experts because we know that they are able to transfer competencies to these young people. So we make sure that in their spare time while they are not at work in their government offices, we fit them in our timetables to come and train these lawyers. Okay, so and we don't take things that we cannot handle. You cannot take the kind of program that will require a lot of heavy investment and infrastructure that you cannot handle, and at the end of the day you cram a couple of students in a 4-meter square room, if that is not even big enough, because some are smaller, and then you cram them in there and you start pretending that you are taking because you are taking money from them and just messing around. These are the lives of people you are playing with. So it's just an advice. Schools should not take what they cannot handle. Don't chew more than you can swallow. When you come to HIPS, and we know some of the schools that we believe are doing something sensible as well. When a student comes to us to offer a program that we are not offering, we tell you go and check that school. We send many students to schools. I have personally taken students from HIPS that came for admissions, but because we don't do that program, I take them to another school that I believe is doing that program and they are doing it well. That's how we function. But this issue of enmity between schools, where you will know that this person is doing this program better, and then you get so bitter. I hear a lot of sabotage. People will talk about this, people will talk about that instead. It's more or less like a warfare to make quick money and big profits. It's not supposed to be like this. We are supposed to work in partnership to help these young people. If you come to this school and you are not able to do this program, send it. Sometimes you sit in the office, you realize that someone has been fooling a number of people, telling them that they are training them in this, and then they'll come to you and tell you that I want you to help me graduate my students for me, that they study this kind of program. This kind of program. HIPS is so clear. We are so proud of the quality of training that we give our students. So if we don't train you, we don't graduate you. And if you come, we train you, you don't meet the minimum requirements of graduation, you don't graduate. So the quality of our degree is so high, and that's why many of our graduates have been accepted in schools in the United States, in UK, in Britain, for in Germany and so on. We have so many students all over the world. Our degree is recognized all over the world, and many of these universities have students go there. The level of productivity is so high. Even HIPS sends students from the first degree. We send them to UB for masters if they don't want to continue to do masters with us, because the fees are higher. And when they go there, many of them have performed so well that, I've met some of the officials there, and they are proud of us. They are really proud of the quality of training. We have Teboche and Nathaniel, for example. We have Mbibate, who went for banking and finance. When they go there, they perform very well. They are amongst the top master students in UB. That's just to show the quality of training that we give them and the foundation. So HIPS is doing its best. We just hope that other universities can sway away from this issue of quick profits and look at the lives of these young people as a responsibility. Put the students first. That's what we do in HIPS. What will you become after you leave HIPS? How will you represent HIPS when you leave HIPS and go elsewhere? Those are the things that really matter with our core visions and our core values. That's why we don't play with the lives of these young people. And I believe God will pay us. And He's already paying us for this, because many of these young people are very happy. Whenever they see us, they are happy. Most of them are very successful already. So, I believe that we have a responsibility to always put the interests of the students first. And that is one of the things that HIPS is known for.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Musoke, one of the characteristics that I've seen in because now is a period, most of these schools are advertising, is scholarship. All of them, they are giving scholarship. They are saying that they are offering scholarship to students. You don't pay fees, and those scholarship stuffs are not really real. It's just a means to get many students to their schools. What can you say about it? This is deception in terms of education.
Yeah, you cannot deceive for long. When you use such methods or strategies to get people, the news will spread, and very soon you realize that your name will be soiled. So it's better to be truthful and have those that can come to you and grow gradually than to use deception, and at the tail end many people will realize that you are offering nothing. You will not hide. There are many many private higher institutions here in Buea that are lamenting, they're crying. I was talking with some of their top persons. I said, but don't advertise anyhow. It means that be truthful in your advert. Put what is real, so that when people come there tomorrow, they see it. You know that youth stock a lot. When they come and not see it, tomorrow the news will go out. When you say you are giving scholarship for students, it's not bad, but make sure that when they come, you give them the scholarship. It's not bad to give scholarship to students or to youths, but fulfill your word. Keep to your word. When those that have been selected for that scholarship, fulfill it. Don't at the end deceive the youth. When they have come there, they will start talking, please, wait, we are still trying to. Because let me tell you the truth. There was a year that a higher institution, again we don't call names, asked me to help them, and I think I sent about 25 students there. Yes, I sent 25 students there. Then there are many other students that went there in my name, but I did not bother, because the person had told me that at the end of the year he will call me and give me a big package. So at the end of the year now, I got to him and I asked, I said, but I sent more than 25 students to you, and even beyond. So many of them have even been calling me to say that this place is really nice and so on. But you have not done anything to me. Let me be very honest that at the tail end, what that guy did, what that man did, I did not bother. And I said, okay, thank you for what you have done. Now, what am I trying to say here now? I'm trying to say that we should keep to our words. But he did not keep to his word. I said so many students, I'm telling you, so many students. It was a big name. I even had a group of students that I went school to school, talk to, encourage them to go there. But let me tell you that I'm not saying that my main interest was money. No, I always do that and help youth. I'm just talking of people should keep to their words. Don't say what you will not do. If you are giving scholarship, give it. And when you are giving scholarship, you should make it very clear. I'm giving scholarship of 20%. I'm giving scholarship of 10%. Don't just say I'm giving scholarship. When you say you are giving scholarship, is vague. Be specific. Scholarships, even online, are specific. They tell you what they will do if you are coming to that school. It's not hidden. If it's full scholarship, it's full scholarship. If it's partial scholarship, it's partial scholarship. They give you the outline. A student direct them to their website. That see details in our website. So they can go to the website and check and see the details about the scholarship that they are offering. And I just also wish to say that it's not too much talking that make people to have students. There are already good names and goodwill names. Let me just restrict myself in Boya. People already know. We are not mentioning names here because we are not here to mention names. So those good names should remain and keep their standard high. If you drop, the same students will carry your name. It's not us who carry your name. The same students who will say, no, that place, don't go there. And they will stop so many friends not to go there. I have, since the GCE came out, I have received so many calls. I'm telling you, the number of calls that I've received and messages. There are some parents that have already called me and spoken with them on phone. One man called me and was saying, "Play, I've been seeing you on television," and things like that. And I've told them not to rush. That just be a little bit patient. I'll tell you where to send your child to, because they say they don't want to send their child to state university. I say, okay, if private higher institution, okay, I'll tell you where to send your child to. There are many already, but I just told them, tell your child, I'll talk with her or talk with him first. I'll not just tell you the parent how to talk to your child. So I've already spoken to so many youths already, and a good number of them I've already directed them. But what they'll send people to you, and at the end you have many more people to train. But again, I still say it again, those who are already carrying more than they can chew, reconsider. If you cannot handle the bulk, please cut down and restrict yourself to areas and develop those areas first, and so that when the youth come out from your institutions, they will be very useful and very productive when they go out to have a job or create a business or start a small business or whatsoever. That is what I just wish to say. Let's keep deception out of the game. The youth are so desperate that they don't need to be frustrated the more. They are already frustrated. Let them not come again and receive more frustration in your institution. Thank you.
You're welcome. As a means to keep down unemployment, those who graduate, do you refer them to somewhere? Do you follow up to see that they have been integrated in the society, in the job market?
Yes, we have a way of following through, like they always say, HIPS is one big family. So in HIPS, when you come to study, HIPS don't lie. They always say, I'll mention something about that later. But HIPS is one big family. That's what our students always say, because our partnership, our relationship with our students does not end at the level of graduation. When they graduate, we'll be able to follow through. If I show you my phone here, is full of messages from students who are studying in Canada, in America, Britain, Germany, and so on. We still keep in touch. And even to the point that
students can go for real internship, and I see a lot of short-term internships here. I think that there are some programs that need at least 6 months internship, but you still find some students go and do 2 months and come back to school. So we really need this private higher institution. That's why I say that they are a good number, or they are carrying more than what they can chew, and it's already portraying that they are out for money. It's something of capitalism and money making for such institutions that are carrying more than what they can chew, and they produce nothing. At the end, again, their graduates are still roaming the streets. Then of which use are they? of which essence are they? To me, I think that these private higher institutions of learning should sit up, restrict themselves to the corner that they can handle, and form Cameroonians in those corners, so that they will be different from state universities that don't have that ability, or they may have it, but they have not gone far. So I think that they're supposed to have a lot of industry link, because the truth is, you have the government, you have the institutions, then you have the private sector, or you have the industries or the companies that are there. So there should be a strong correlation between the institutions and the companies to actually train professionals. This should be. If it's probably something like software engineering and the rest, which they can do a lot of work, maybe with online platforms, they can do a lot of work there. That one is a little bit different. But when it has to do with maybe say hardware and the rest, you should have the hardware this in there and hardware experts to be able to talk to students, not just come to the board and write and draw this and that and go. No. So I think that these private higher institutions should be able, as they call themselves professional institutions, as they call themselves. I'm not saying that they are. I say some of them might be and some of them might not be. They should truly be professional. They should truly train youth with practical knowledge, that when they go out, this youth should be useful. Some youth should live there and start businesses, should start initiatives, should be able to control certain projects that will lead to their financial stand in future. We are no longer talking about theories again. We have gone beyond theory. Let the practical work be at least 80%. Then the theory be 20%, because it's a practice, it's a practical work that is going to solve problems in the field. It's not the theory. The theory is important, gives you the knowledge, but let these hands-on issues be their motto. Let them not be brandishing what they are not doing, and also releasing a multitude of unemployed graduates that are in the street everywhere now. I have so many of them in my quartier turning around. They went to private higher institution. I did 4 years, and but you did 4 years. You are here roaming the street. What have you done? They'll stay quiet. And there are just too many of them. So I think that their image is already dwindling. And the more they don't produce graduates that can solve problems, very soon no parent will want to even listen to them again. So their existence is at stake as long as they are not fulfilling what they are saying. And they make parents to spend a lot of money, and at the tail end, the young man or the young woman still come and sit at home. I don't think that is acceptable. Thank you.
You're welcome. What solutions are private higher institutions, professional private higher institutions bringing on board?
Well, I think it starts. This main problem is the issue of mindset. If you talk to these students, you give them good orientation for them to choose exactly what they're able to do, and then do it very well, I think you will be solving many of these problems and the frustrations that Mr. Musoke is expressing here. Now, if you take these students and you throw them in the deep end, you cannot expect miracles in the end. Sadly, I must make reference to what we are doing because I believe it's the benchmark. Now, you have to make sure that when you come to our case, when the students come into HIPS, before we admit students, we talk to them first. We try to find out exactly what they want to do and why they want to do it. We realize that for the most part, many of the students don't know exactly what they want to do. So we put them through counseling and make sure that they are able to do what they want to do. They will enjoy doing it, and it will be very productive, and they'll succeed with it. Now, if universities establish the mindset of the students, many of the students that come to us, we make sure that we establish that mindset that they have to go and create businesses. They have to go and start from somewhere. It doesn't mean that because you have a degree, you must go to the bank. If you have a degree, as in banking and finance, for example, it doesn't mean that you have to just expect yourself to be a junior manager in the bank. You can start from somewhere lower than that. So we give them the right information. The problem why Mr. Musoke is explaining why some students will not want to do something is because they will not want to start from somewhere lower. They were assured by their universities that you are going through professional education, and as a result of that, you are a big person in the society, you are a big person in the community once you graduate, which may not be the case. You might start from somewhere lower and you climb. So that's one of the core strengths that we have. We make sure that the mindset of the students is established very well. We are training you not to guarantee you big jobs in the biggest companies around. We are training you to go and start a company. We are training you to go and take employment and start from somewhere and then grow. Yes.
We are almost running out of time. I want to thank you very much for coming to the program. I want to thank you, Mr. Musoke. This is a very interesting topic and pertinent, and I believe that most parents who are watching us from home will look very well before they leap. Like Mr. Musoke said, don't rush. If you have any doubt, you can get to Mr. Musoke. You can get to High TV. Okay.
Yes. I just wish to assure the public that next week Monday we'll be bringing a young successful lady. She'll be here on board. A young successful lady. This lady is extremely successful. She has traveled to so many countries, and she will be the main speaker here next week to encourage girls and bring her on board, because I want her to encourage girls who think that they should go and do funny things. This is a lady who have worked so hard in life, and she will inspire girls here on board next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Musoke. The rebroadcast of this program comes up at 10 p.m. Do well again to join us next week for another edition, and stay tuned to High Television.